Today's the last day to buy merch. Head on over to meatcanyon.store right now. Pause the video. Buy something. Come on. Come on. You don't want to make me sad, do you? Buy some pins. Maybe a jacket. A t-shirt or two. Buy something. Head on over to meatcanyon.store today.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming in sun down because today we're going to be talking about the Renaissance Fair, which the Ren Fair is a massively popular and heavily themed event that takes place all across the country. I would say usually in the fall. People from all over adorn themselves in clothing reminiscent of the English Renaissance, but not really. It's just kind of anything that's borderline fantasy. I digress. And they all meet in a large outdoor event complete with all sorts of activities and built up fake shops, castles, role-playing stuff. It's just role play is what it is. It's a fun time. The event itself started in the 1960s during the Red Scare. Blacklisted Hollywood creatives put their wasted skills to use by putting together an event that celebrated self-expression. And today, it's one of the most popular events held in the entire country. Each one of them, tons of people go to it. It's awesome. So the reason we're talking about this today too is that I was scrolling through and I started seeing a lot of different Ren Fair stuff pop up. You know, people going, can't wait to get my turkey leg. Can't wait to get my mead. I'm dressing up as Han Solo and going to the Ren Fair. And then I started seeing some of the stuff from my local Ren Fair, and it got me thinking, I hadn't been to the Ren Fair in a long time. Last time I went as Baby Yoda with my buddies. It was, I think, the Dallas Ren Fair, which is the biggest in the country. And it got me thinking, I need to go back. So many of the comments are people being like, I haven't been in so long. It's lost its edge. It's always getting worse every year. That's what people say. And I want to know, how true really is that? Does the Ren Fair ever actually get worse? Or do you just grow up? You just grow up. That's what I wanted to figure out.
Both?
Probably. Probably. But we decided to check out our local Ren Fair taking place in Kansas City to see what it was all about, right? It's been a long time since I've been to the Kansas City Ren Fair, which when I was a kid was, so exciting. The biggest things that I loved back in the day were going to the wood sword sellers. The very first sword I got was like this gold spray painted sword with like a hot glued red jewel on it. And I was like, I am a fucking god. It's how I felt. The turkey legs were beautiful. Little sweet treats and snacks, and the archery and all the little games, the mazes, watching knights joust and fake fight and feeling like it was real, Nick. I felt like I was transported back in time. And it was fun. As a kid, it was like a thing where I was like, this is so immersive and fun. And you had like the big gates at the beginning and you felt like you were really going into a different time, which was fun as a child, right? But then I kept going later and later and then nothing really changed. So I was like, all right, well, how many times have I done this before? And then until you're kind of in college and you're just kind of like, do I want to get drunk off beer and mead? Not really. So I just stopped going. And it's been I would say it's probably been at least 15 years since I've been to the Renaissance Festival in Kansas City. So now I was like, it's been too long. I want to go back and see. And ladies and gentlemen, we did. And this video is to see, is it the same for everyone else? Because I'm going to tell you what happened on my delightful adventure into the past in this fantasy realm. Let's get into it. Intro roll.
I'm home. To think this is what the Renaissance was like. I feel like this is way cleaner. I think there should just be no toilets and it should just be shit on the streets and stuff, dead animals lying around. This is a textbook, basically. You had this super hot chick shoot at that dragon carrying that hot chick. And I'm sure that's a pretty hot chick too. This is what the world was before COVID. Now picture this with all face masks, and now you're in hell.
Want to start off by saying, started off walking into the gates with my good friends Nick and Tucker, and we were meeting our other buddies Jacob and his wife Brooke.
Farm Dog 69!
Salutations!
And as we walked in, we were immediately greeted with somebody selling windows for your house and somebody else offering free Amazon gift cards.
You guys are homeowners. We're giving away $10,000 worth of new windows and doors.
Right on, man.
We're giving away an Amazon gift card and a grill. It's a free drawing. We'll have a winner every day.
Right on.
Hello? That doesn't help the immersion. Let's just say that. Which I am one of the people who I say, keep the fucking sci-fi out.
Yeah.
Right? Listen, I know that I'm not going back in time, but it's just, if we're all there, we're collectively agreeing to be gay and be like, we're here, right? The fantasy's happening. That's it. But you're like, there's a dragon. I can't be Star Wars. No, you can't. So stop. So going in, I was like, I feel like if you're going to do like the weird soliciting shit, get away from the front gate.
Yeah. But that was the weird thing. It's like you passed a gate.
Yeah, I've already passed one gate. And now they're like, doth ye need any new windows for thine house? Yes. Would you like a gift card? A $500 gift card? Be signed up. You just have to walk past them. Can't even acknowledge them. I feel like what you need to do is you need to put them outside the gate, Nick. Then you hire one person to stand outside the gate and say, back with your evil magic. Like a wizard or something. Wouldn't that be sick?
That'd be great.
Just like, yeah, they can be there. But you have one person being like, back, I say, damn you to hell. Quickly into the kingdom. Get into the kingdom. One thing I've noticed this year is, at least when I was younger, I remember it being really like people really getting into character, which I know there's like some people who really get into it, but I want immersion. There's nothing useful or fun to buy at the Ren Fair, is what I found out. I feel like when I was younger, it was way cooler. Used to be a lot of like, even armor. Like, who the f needs that? But you could still buy it there. Need some armor?
I didn't see any armor.
There's no armor. Not one thing of chainmail. How is that possible? How is it possible? Which we did walk in. There was a giant, cool, like iron dragon.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty sweet. We were right by Mermaid Grove or Cove. Also, there was wasn't there a thing called like Children Grove or something like that?
Yeah, there's like a children's area. We couldn't enter, but
Well, for good reason, but it was, I don't, it's whatever, but. Wait! Don't get burned out by your old wireless bill. Mint has got you covered. And for a limited time, Mint Mobile's offering 3 months of unlimited premium wireless service for $15 a month. Holy sh! Enjoy the wireless experience when you sign up with no stores and no salespeople. Gah! All plans include unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. Whoa! Including free calling to Mexico, Canada, and the UK. Plus, Mint lets you choose a data amount that's right for you so you don't have to overpay. 5 gigabytes, 15 gigabytes, and 20 gigabytes, and unlimited data options. There is a price that works for everyone. This year, skip breaking a sweat and breaking the bank and get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/papameat. That's mintmobile.com/papameat. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for the first 3 months only. Speed space low, about 35 gigabytes on unlimited plans. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Thanks for Mint Mobile for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. Walking around the Ren Fair was just a different kind of experience than it was before. The magic obviously is gone from being an older gentleman by this point in my life, but I will say going back, there's a little bit of magic still in the air. People walking around. It wasn't too busy, but not too dull to where it was like a healthy pulse of life going through the park. The first thing I noticed, at least when I was walking through, were the shops just weren't as fun. I do think that like trying to get the rose goggles off my eyes, I think objectively people don't sell as cool shit anymore.
yeah.
A lot of like weird stuff. I'm pretty sure I even saw, which I don't know if we got on camera, but I'm pretty sure I saw like one booth that was like 3D printed dragons.
Those I see
They're
everywhere.
They're at every, you cannot escape those stupid fucking 3D printed dragons. Who's buying them?
No one.
No one. At what point too, if I think the Ren Fair is open for 7 weeks, 7 or 8 weeks, 2 months, let's just say. How much money are you trying to make in that season to make it worthwhile? And like, is it that cheap to where you can be like, well, we'll see what happens with the 3D printed dragons?
Apparently they're only open on the weekends.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh, they were open on the weekdays too. Wow.
I was surprised.
Or they still have a lot of like the wooden sword areas, which is cool.
This one feels about right.
But they don't, it doesn't feel as fun. Like I saw like a bunch of like, there was like Thor's hammer, and it didn't feel like Renaissance stuff. Back in the day, it was like, there was just like, you had Claymore. Like it felt like I was in a child's armory, which was just kind of cool. You know, now they have like, there's a Spartan helmet.
300.
Which, you know, I guess it's like, I would rather have the Spartan helmet than like a fucking lightsaber, but still. Which luckily, I will say, was very proud of the Kansas City Renaissance Festivals for not having any fucking lightsabers. I was actually stoked on that. I didn't see one. I wouldn't even see a person walking around as like a Jedi, which at the Dallas one, goddamn, you would think that it's a fucking sci-fi convention. There was that much of it. You know what I mean? The one thing though that did irk me pretty bad, which if I have to complain, the Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah.
The Doctor Who entrance. What the hell is that doing there?
It's a time machine. You can go back in time.
I don't like it, Nick.
Yeah, it's pretty cringe.
So when I got it, I mean, I'll be honest, I was just like, it just felt kind of awkward walking around at first. It was like a thing where it's like, nothing was really enticing me to go anywhere, but we powered through and we were being, you know, good sports about it. I don't think really the day had it really didn't pick up until we started doing some of the games. We met up with Jacob and Brooke, and all of a sudden we started doing the games, and that's where I think we started finding our footing. I would say when I was younger, I really didn't like doing any of it because I was nervous. Going through the maze, it scared me.
Another dead fucking end. I hate this. Oh, I want someone fucking help me. I want to go home.
I didn't want to do the little test your might, hit the
Yeah.
thing when I was younger because I didn't want to look like a weak little piece of shit in front of people.
Here it is. Farm Dog 69. Trend or feed. There it is.
And then I didn't want to look stupid trying to throw ninja stars or anything like that. I was just too I was just like anxious. I was like, I don't. But now that was like my favorite part was the games. It's a good time. Just throwing a knife around. Wanted to do more of it. Smash the hammer into the thing. I did ring the bell methinks twice.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, I think only one who didn't ring the bell.
Tucker didn't ring it either.
Well, he got really close.
You got close too. Don't sell yourself short. You were just, the way you were contorting your arms to swing the hammer is what was wrong.
Well, I think I would do this. I'd like raise it and then stop the momentum.
Yeah, it was just, well, you were just like gangly. It was like your bones were breaking. It just was odd. But while we were going through these things and after it was done, I had probably one of the most uncomfortable conversations of my life. And I was trapped. I mean, trapped.
In a black hole. This was an
And I want to
SCP.
say I was fucking pissed off that you guys did not try to interject at all to help me.
Well, not only that, I started it because he went up to me first. He's like, I heard you have a podcast.
He does. And I was like,
Somebody would tell me you have a podcast on horror.
He does.
Huh?
who here has the horror podcast? Which I don't know. Where the f did that come from?
I don't know. Someone just, yeah. Someone.
This man, fuck you, dude. Let me just go through this. I was talking to this guy, and he was asking me some stuff, which I don't mind talking with people or whatever, but this man was like ranting to me, ranting and raving.
Frankenstein, for example, is to me an expression of all of our society, right?
I think he had, I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff of all this weird philosophical shit.
It's interesting that we think that horror is anything compared to killing 6 million Jews and 60 million.
Yeah.
The next 60 million people died out of World War II.
Yeah.
Right? How many do you attribute to Hitler?
Pretty sure you got into race theory a little bit.
With the 12th Imam, so between the Muslims and the Christians, they're going to fucking wipe out the entire earth, right?
What does horror mean? And he was talking about like the end times and
Nuclear holocaust, right? Well, how many people are worried about that? Then you got, we're all going to drown in our own filth, right? The pollution of the environment.
basically like some atheist stuff. It was just like a lot. It was a lot. We haven't even eaten anything yet. And I'm like, I'm lacking a severe amount of alcohol to like play along with this man dressed up in like steampunk attire talking about stuff. And I got the whole, I think we recorded the whole thing.
I think I stopped for like 5 minutes, and then I kept going. But yeah,
I was probably standing there for, I mean, how long do you think I was standing there?
Well, Brooke started counting, and on her timer, I think 20 minutes. But before that, I think you were there for 10, so 30.
I think I was there for
minutes.
half an hour, which in the grand scheme of you sitting here even watching this video isn't a long time, but trapped. It felt like an eternity because I kept being like, oh yeah, you're trying to politely kind of like be like, okay, cool, it was nice meeting you.
The fucking sun is going to flare up. First of all, cook us to a crisp, bingo, and then go out and be nothing but deep freeze forever. Right?
Yeah. It's fun thoughts to think about.
Yeah.
And he's like, I mean, I don't know. Do you fear the devil? Do you fear what God has to offer? Because if anything, Christ is more, I would say, more evil than the devil. I have no idea how to answer this question, and I just don't care.
Well, your face said it all. You're just like,
I was so tired. We were walking around a lot, whatever, but it was also just like drained. I mean, I was drained, Nick. I was trying to be respectful, but at the same time, I was just like, and it wasn't until my friends were so cowardly that they had to ask another person who was wanting to like take a picture with me to go be like, hey, interrupt that conversation.
You were just going to take a picture. Yeah. If I was going to say interject to be like, hey, can I get a picture?
Because those are the friends I have. A bald bearded bitch and a weird squirmy Italian. Those are the two those are my guys. Thank you. The guy broke it up and I was able to finally break free, but my God, was it exhausting. It was horrifying. And from there, that was the catalyst though of being like, I saw one mixed drink and I was like, where did you get that? I said it kind of in a rude way too. I was like, where did you get that? You there? And they're like, oh, it's like around the corner. I'm like, thank you. And just immediately beelined around to it. And finally we started getting ourselves the highlight of the day, mermaid splash.
oh, I thought you were going to say the turkey leg.
No. Nope. We stopped and got a turkey leg before it. Horrible. I don't know how anyone eats those greasy motherfuckers. And they're so big. God, it was horrible. It was so bad. It tastes like spoiled hot dogs. You ate all of your turkey leg. I don't know why you did that.
It was good.
You look sick. That's what gave you the headache too.
No, Tucker looks sick.
Tucker definitely got sick.
The turkey leg really slowed me down, to be honest.
I thought the protein might help.
Yeah, I maybe overdid it a little bit.
1 to fun. Just dub over and fun.
I have a bomb.
Tucker and Nick definitely got plagued by the turkey legs.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I think I ate 2 bites of it and I was like, Also, I was like, I wouldn't even give this to my dogs.
They're kind of expensive too. 13
They
bucks.
were like 13 bucks a piece. It's just this greasy mess where I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like hold on it? Well, maybe I'll snack on it later. No, dude, I'm gonna fucking toss it. Also, I have no idea if this is even turkey. I think it might be possum. I think they just give you possum hips. I'm pretty sure that's what the fucking turkey legs are at the Renaissance Festival. There's a lot of stuff though. A lot of different food looked good. You gotta watch out though. See, I'm the kind of person, I don't know if it's my diabetes or what, but I can't be snacking a bunch. I'll get all sleepy. Can't do it.
Okay.
God.
Nick, there are children here.
God damn.
The men are going to be all over the comments on that one.
They had Wagyu burgers.
Yeah, they had Wagyu burgers.
No way, it's Wagyu.
There's no fuck, it's possum. I'm almost positive that every meat at the Renaissance Festival was possum. They had one Chinese
Yeah, I saw the
stand, and I was like, why? Why even have that? It's like ordering pizza here. The turkey legs, as horrible as they are, I like the theme of it. Or just like a thing, give me a baked potato, which there was. There was loaded potato stand. I digress. We moved past it. Finally got the cocktails Mermaid Splash, and let me tell you, almost immediately, they were basically Long Island iced teas. They're very strong. Before we had those, it was like, I could kind of read it from everyone of like, we need to like leave. I think we're kind of good. But as soon as that sweet elixir hit our lips, I tell you what, the entire mood changed. You would think, I mean, like, it's like happy pills. I mean, we were like, oh, look at this. So much more excited.
I have type 2 adult-onset diabetes. And I'm a ladybug.
So we found out immediately that like the only reason that your parents came here before wasn't for you. It was just so they could get drunk and walk around and be like, oh my God, look at that. This is not crazy. Look at that thing.
Where are the medieval diapers?
I got drunk and I wanted to buy a sword.
Yeah, almost bought an $8,000 sword.
I didn't almost buy it. I was like, that's obnoxious.
Should I buy that sword?
How much is it?
$8,000.
8,000.
Yeah, the only viable option would be this guy or make.
And it was like a pirate sword. If it was like a fucking claymore, who knows, man? Because I was like, we need like a sword and stone kind of thing for the studio, man. Like a fucking Excalibur that we can call our own. Wasn't anywhere. I will say, you know what made me kind of giddy though, walking around? Was the little castle with all the torture, with the medieval air condition that was like turned on it was so powerful.
The AC in my castle's pretty strong.
It was creating like an air fucking hurricane in the tunnels. It was fucking me up pretty much. But pretty much we kept going around, and what ended up happening from there was we'd go around, we'd do a little bit of looking, and then we'd just go back to that place, get more mermaid splashes, and then we'd go around. We went and saw the knights jousting.
Bit cringe. A woman jousting?
Well, first off, a woman knight. Yeah, no thanks. I feel like when I was younger, they would actually be like, and they would hit the people off the horse. And you're like, holy shit. And they would already have the spears pre-broken. So when you would do, and they'd blow up. And then when you get on the ground, the choreograph used to feel better. When I was younger, I don't know. This was a tough watch. Like this was.
The Crips and the Bloods are here at the Renaissance Festival.
They'd ride by. It'd be like. And they'd do, oh. Oh. And they'd be like, he wins! And everyone's like, oh, that's it? And then she's like, I want you to fight me hand-to-hand combat. And it was just...
Didn't she lose too?
No, she won. She won that one, I think, in the choreography. I was too also fixated. I was had a little buzz going on. I was just fixated on the horse. Horse is very cute. I was very excited about the horse. Then they do the thing where it's like she wins, like by technicality or something, so it's 1-1. And they're like, all right, so you have to come back at 3 o'clock for our next show. And then everyone's like, and got up and left. There's a lot of people though.
Oh yeah, it was huge.
It was a good turnout.
I don't know how I feel about females in power.
It's kind of fucked, isn't it?
You know, this was a really fucked up time period where a lot of people fucking died. We're fucking celebrating it like it's fucking funny.
I never want to talk about that.
But yeah, it's like it didn't have the umph.
They should do it where it's like the 3 o'clock one, someone gets pissed and grabs like a rock and bash the other knight's head in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or just put a dummy on a horse and it rides and you just do, yeah! And everyone's like, oh my God. And then you have like real life medics come in. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you saw the show that way. He's fucking dead. There was a LARP pit. We didn't go in the LARP pit. Nick wanted to though.
I wanted to fight you for the channel.
And I was like, that's a fight I'm gonna lose, and I refuse. I must keep my kingdom safe and not do battle with Lord Nicholas, the squirmy Italian.
I beat everybody in the maze. I was the fastest maze runner.
Okay, I did get pretty afraid in the maze. I thought that I could maybe be the fastest person.
I've been stuck in this maze for I don't know how long. I'm just gonna wait here until someone gets me. This is such bullshit.
Nick did look, it was watching you run into that maze was like watching the autistic kid at school with the binder dead sprint to the cafeteria for lunch in school, you know what I mean? And then yeah, I got lost for a long time. It was weird how simple but yet fun the games were. We had some pretty good shots with the archery. I was a fucking axe throwing master though. That's where I shine. I found myself, I was like, I know where my place on the battlefield is. I'm throwing axe. Deadly accurate. How much of the people do you think that are working there are volunteering versus actually getting paid?
That's a good question.
Versus like, oh, well, you get to go free. Like they give you free passes, probably whatever. Free lunch and then whatever, but.
Probably the people doing the games are probably free.
You think those are all volunteer stuff? Yeah, you would think that, you don't think they get paid minimum wage? Because I think that's where they rake in the money. Beer, food, and games. This is easy. Throwing axes, you get 7 axes. $5 to throw 7 axes. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. If you give me $5, I'll let you throw 7 axes at a wall.
Yeah.
And then it's just, okay, bye. You want to do it again? Here's 7 more. Give me $5. Isn't that crazy?
And you can do 4 or 5 people at the same time?
And it's $5 to have 3 swings at the hammer, or 5 swings. $1 a swing. Kind of crazy. And then to be harassed with race theory and stuff like that and the horrors of the world by a steampunk man afterwards. I just feel like I should have gotten a refund. I think the person should have came over and be like, or I got another gold sticker because of it.
Yeah, you survived race theory.
It was a game to survive race theory and the end of the world. I'm like, there's a lot of fun costumes though. A lot of fun costumes, a lot of nice people. The Ren Fair people were nice. I met a lot of really nice people, really wonderful. I think that I liked it when people were just in character. Even if you weren't in character, you just weren't breaking the immersion. We met some people who wanted to take a picture or whatever, but they're all dressed up as monks.
Smoking a cigar, you can't be balanced smoking a cigar. What the fuck is that?
That was fun for me. I liked that. Somebody wanted me to take a picture of some girl at a booth, whatever she came out, but she had the whole dress on and everything. I felt bad. Like I almost felt, I'm like, I should have dressed up. I should have like participated in the experience because every person who doesn't do that, like imagine if every person there was dressed up in like period accurate clothing.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
Even if like there was goofy stuff, it'd still be fun. Which I was gonna say too, there was a lot of like live show stuff, but a lot of it was just like comedy routines. I don't really know if I like that.
Too many gestures and fools.
There was a lot of like gestury stuff, which it's like, I get like, I like the hoo hoo hee ha ha, but give me a guy who's like trying to play it straight and he's doing some, I don't know, weird shit. Even if he's just like using a hula hoop. I bet you've never seen this before. Wouldn't that be kind of nice? There was a guy that you could pay $1 and he would insult you. It was kind of funny.
I got insulted at the
yeah. You didn't get insulted. You got. I mean, you were. That was assault. I think having the camera on you didn't help at all. Nick got harassed by a man. It's like you throw tomatoes at him, but the whole thing is he heckles you the whole time while you do it. But he, man, he was digging his knife deep.
Sir, that shirt is the closest you're ever gonna get to a picture of a girl getting a word off me.
That's not true.
Sir, I bet you've never, ever, ever finished to an actual picture of a woman before. It's always been someone the Japanese guys had to draw. I bet every one of your girlfriends is going to be AI. And they're gonna only give you a no. Seriously. You are such a pathetic man. You are gonna turn pegging into a living sport. Oh, honey. It's true.
Did it make you sad?
No.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I know that you added the little fake cry at the end there, but for a second there, I saw it deep in his eyes. He was like, no.
No, I mean, I think the when you started saying the Epstein list, I have more people on my list than the Epstein list or something like that. Why? Why do we gotta bring Epstein into this?
Why you gotta glump me in with that man? I like how that's where you drew the line. Yeah, you can call me this stuff, but as soon as you brought up Epstein. That was the bridge too far. All in all, though, we had a big day of walking around. You know, I would say it was a fun day. Like, I would say, would you go back?
Yeah.
I'd probably go back too.
I had a good time.
I would probably immediately get the drink though.
Get a little buzz going.
I definitely, not saying that you have to have drunk to have fun, but I just mean, you know, I think it was, I bet you it was this. I feel like we're a very pessimistic group. I feel like whenever we had a couple drinks, I think that those barriers dropped and we were more like, we were just kind of playing in with everything, even if it was shit.
I liked it. I would like to actually go in some of the shops just to peruse and see.
We went into quite a bit of them.
Did we?
I think that we did. Well, there was just something like, you said to peruse, but like some of it was just like, this is a jeweler. This is a candle shop. That was one of my complaints, is that there just wasn't a lot of enticing shops to go into. But I would say, I mean, I walked around, I walked into some stuff. But the thing is once you go in those shops, it's a lot like, it's like not like a mall kiosk, but it's something where it's like when you go in, they're looking at you. If you go into some place and you're like, ooh, it looks cool. That's when they're like, you know, everything's 25% off today. And you do, ooh, okay, cool.
That's like at conventions too.
That's what it is. That's what I meant. Not mall kiosk, but definitely when you're in Artist Alley.
Yeah,
Oh,
you go up, you just want to look, and then they start talking to you, and you're like,
you kind of walk around. You're definitely trying not to make eye contact with like the one booth where the person's like looking right at you and there's no one at the table. So you're like, and you make eye contact for a second, and then they're like, hey, how are you? Fuck. It's 3 prints for $10. Oh, I don't know. I got kind of swindled by somebody. I just got it because of the smut talk thing. I might be, you know.
oh yeah, that
There's
guy.
the gay like Frenchman who was doing that.
I'll get all of them.
All right, fabulous.
I'll get all of them.
Let me go ahead and touch you gently.
There you go.
Let me give you a bookmark as well. We can shove it deep into your book, and I can tell you're the type. I'm going to go ahead and put your bookmark in the rear.
Thank you, thank you.
I felt special for a moment, but then I was like, oh, it's all scripted, because he started doing the exact same thing to someone else, and it actually hurt my feelings. I was like,
We could read some of those. We have them in the car.
maybe one day we'll peruse it. It was a bunch of really, I mean, you can hear a sales pitch, but you know.
And we get come upon by my arch nemesis and part-time lover, Captain Cocksmith Standish. Cocksmith and his men come all over my raging queen, right?
Right.
Everywhere. It's a giant mess.
Sure.
It is what it is. All in all, you know, it was an interesting time. I see people, I can get the kind of complaints that people have in the comments of being like, you know, oh, it's gone downhill. Because there was just some things where I was like, the shops, I'm like, this just, I feel like you could do more. I feel like there's more you could do, more stuff, but I still think there was like a fair amount of fun shops. I like being around a crowd of people that's just happy. You know, that's another thing too. That's infectious. Being around people where they're like looking around, like you see the kids and they're like all like, oh, it's hard not to like, you know, just put a smile on your face and have a good day. It was even easier with those mermaid splashes though, let me tell you that.
I got to go into the king's quarters by myself.
Oh, and the king got to touch you? Play a little tummy sticks?
We played I think we played a NyQuil chugging game. I lost.
And you took a nap?
I lost. Or I guess I won.
What'd you win?
Yeah.
So all in all, Ren Fair, not that bad. Glad I went and did it. And I'm curious to see how other people's Ren Fairs are as well. Because like I said, the only 2 I've ever been to are, or I've been to 3. I've been to the New York Ren Fair, I've been to the Dallas, and I've been to Kansas City. I thought the New York one was bigger than Dallas, but I guess not, because apparently Dallas is the biggest one. But it's all the same shit.
That guy, the owner of that, killed himself.
That's true. Yeah, the owner of the Dallas Ren Fair. I think he like owned a lot of the Ren Fair stuff.
No, he just owned that one.
It was just that one, and he was a billionaire off that. God damn.
Yep.
He went bye-bye, did that to himself. But there's an awesome like 3-episode documentary series on HBO called The Ren Fair, and it's really good if you want to check it out.
It feels like a movie. Like,
It's very well shot, so stylistically to where you're like, what the like, why the f is this so good? And it follows the power dynamics of like a guy who's like a general manager and a dude who sells popcorn. It's awesome. It's really good. And the billionaire 90-year-old dude just like wants to get a bunch of pussy. That's pretty much it. But he's just like, f it, I'm bored. And that's a documentary. I wish it was way longer, but it is what it is. But yeah, Ren Fair. I don't know. It was a good time. It was just an excuse,
you
I
liked
guess.
it better than the Dallas one?
Yeah, I mean, like, they're all the same. I liked it probably more than the Dallas one, but that's just because it was, like, nostalgic in a way. Even just the entrance, like, where things are located, none of it changes. None of that changes. There might be, like, little things that change, but a lot of, like, where the jousting thing is at, the front gate, all that stuff. It's just, you have more memories there, therefore, I think you're just like, I like the way this is laid out, because that's what I have known first.
Oh, I see, yeah.
You know, versus the Dallas one, it just felt like there just wasn't that childhood connection, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But that's all we have for you today. Hopefully you liked us walking around a Ren Fair. I don't fucking know. Hopefully this is a good video. Sorry, Jono. We'll see you next time. Bye.